Hello, softball fans. This is Travis McCurdy here, joined by first-year head coach Gregg Sauve of the Northwood softball team as we preview the 2017 season. Coach, you've been around the program for a few years, but this is your first time in charge. How has the team responded so far?
Well, so far things have been really good. The girls have worked really hard starting in the fall when we came back in. And it all starts with the players. They came in ready to play. They had all played a lot of ball in the summer, which was a really good point to be at when we started out. So we had a successful fall, and it's carried over with our individual practices now.
Looking at your team coming into the year, like looking through the lineup and the position, you've got a lot of experience back. You got a lot of players back. Talk about some of the veterans on the field that you're expecting to be big players for you this year.
Yeah, we do have a good veteran leadership. The six seniors we have coming in here are impact players, and we're asking them to do a lot this year. Not all of them had a lot of playing time in the past, even though they're seniors, but they've been in the program and being here. But we do need them to step up. Vanessa's a senior pitcher, and there'll be a lot riding on her. So we got both spectrums of wide range of spectrums there. Vanessa's a senior pitcher, and then Taylor Wright's a freshman coming into the program that we're going to rely on a lot. We got a community college transfer pitcher coming in, and Mackenzie Norton. Marissa was in the program last year, and Lexi Rabideau is a freshman as well. So, but throughout the lineup, our depth is we've got a little bit more depth this year that we can make some changes. But we're going to have some seniors that are going to have some career years for us to make this successful.
Yeah, you talk about pitching, and it all starts with that, of course, in softball. We all know that Vanessa Ewing has been the number one for the last couple years, and she's been solid, but I think for you guys to get where you want to be this year, she's got to take a step forward.
Absolutely. When we talk, mentally we're trying to prepare these girls to take a big step and believe in themselves and build that confidence. And Vanessa's one that has to step up. She has to have a career year for herself. We've worked hard, brought in one of my assistants new this year. Krista Shepard's a pitching coach, and she's done a real nice job with the pitching staff this year. So we're real pleased with where they're at so far. We're going to find out shortly. We head to Evansville, Indiana, and we're going to play a couple of ranked teams there. So we'll find out quickly. Vanessa, in the past, one of the downsides of has set her back a little bit is the fact that we're pitching behind in the count a lot. And so we're trying to pound the strike zone, get ahead in the strike zone, and then we can expand the strike. So kind of work middle of the plate out. And in the past, we've tried to pick away at corners and not as much success. So we think they're in a good frame of mind. And like I said, Krista's done a great job with the staff.
And among your leaders coming back, one of the big ones is Riley Ostapovitz. She's played a lot of positions for you, and she's going to be a real key part of this team. Absolutely.
We're asking Riley and Courtney as senior catchers who have not done a lot of catching for us, and it's such a vital spot to kind of guide your pitchers through and to see what the hitters are doing and with their stance and where they're holding their hands and so forth. We're asking them to really step forward. Catching and pitching is vital in this game, and we've got to get them on the same page. We got a senior at third base, left field, and in center, with Jenny Wantorsik, a Midland girl, in left, Andrea Giedel at third, Haley D'Avalar in center field. So all seniors could be playing a lot of the time, but we also have to get some of these other kids some playing time to get them ready for the future as well.
You've got some newcomers. Talk about any of the ones in particular you think could make a big impact for your team this year.
Right. Well, we've already talked about Taylor Wright because it does all start in the circle, and Taylor had a fabulous high school career pitching, and when she stepped in the fall, she didn't have any step back. She handled it very well, and she's going to have a big load on her. She's a pitcher that comes in throwing strikes. Nothing seems to faze her. She has a presence on the mound, so that's very, very important. So she can eat up a lot of innings. A newcomer that we're excited for would be Mackenzie Norton, a hard-throwing pitcher, throws a heavy ball. But we've had Krista working with her. We've got to get that ball to move a little bit. Speed doesn't always take care of everything. So throws a heavy ball, a drop ball. We've been working on a changeup and trying to change eye levels, trying to get that ball to go up. So if we can master some of this, and we're going to be great. Marissa, as a freshman last year on the mound, again, because that's kind of where we start. She's a sophomore. Her locations, her movement are just impeccable. She's just on. When she's hitting her spots, she's as effective as any pitcher you have. When she leaves it over the plate, now you got to have the short string and get her out of there. So that being said, we're going to be fairly strong up the middle. Both our shortstop and second baseman. Danny's back at shortstop. Meg and Jordan Look is a second baseman that we look to have. She's a freshman coming in. following in her cousin's footsteps. But we need her to step up and play a big role. We've got some freshmen and sophomores that haven't had a lot of playing time. If we can put them into some situations and have them be successful, we hope that blossoms and we're off to a good year. The last couple of years, we've lost, we've been under the 500 mark, but a lot of that is you lose some close ball games, and then things implode. It's hard to, and that's happened the last couple of years. And so you don't get the timely hit, and the other team always gets a timely hit, or you have a bad bounce of some sort, or you make an error, and it always costs you. So if we can eliminate some of those mistakes, we've stressed fundamentals so hard this year on the defense and pitching side that we really hope to see it be fruitful for us.
Well, Coach, really looking forward to it. All of a sudden, it's not that far away. Should be a great season. Thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you, T-Mac. We appreciate it.